welcome to, I guess it's our second little segment.
Episode? No, episode's wrong.
Segment. Tuesday's
episode.
Of Knit the Books. I'm Vicki.
I'm Allie.
And in this episode, we're going to talk about a couple of knit-alongs that we've got going on and are participating in. The Hats for Kiddos is January to last of October knit-along that Allie and I are doing. This is one that she has been... We've done for, 3 years now, maybe 4?
Our third year. This will be our fourth year because we did it twice with Caffeinated Knitting and then we did it last year. So this will be our fourth year.
And so what it is Allison works with young children. And at Christmas time, they started this knit along so that the people that she works with, her co-workers, and herself would be able to give the kids and their siblings hats that have been knitted with love.
Yes.
Because
we have a lot of families that have lower socioeconomic statuses and things like that. So they're all really appreciative of it. So
and there's been some of the cutest hats this time.
I know.
But what we did this time, instead of running a shorter knit along where you were knitting one hat right after the other to try to get a bunch done, we decided we would do it January through October, and we've been kind of doing a theme every month. This month it's green for St. Patty's Day, and all we ask is that it's a kid's hat knit out of the acrylic and at least 75 or superwash. That's right, 75% green at least.
And Mom showed off her hat yesterday. Do you want to show it again?
I will. I'll show it in case somebody missed it.
And I ordered green yarn yesterday. I'm going to bring this up now. KnitPicks is having a 40% off sale on all their green yarn. So if you don't have green yarn, you should go. I got two. I don't remember which one I got, but I've got two different greens and a purple for $10.
That's great.
So
I may have to check that out. Mm-hmm. I don't need any more hat yarn. I bought a bunch, but
I got their neon ones. I think they're called their Brights or something like that. And I was like, that will be fun. And then I got the purple. So I could do green and purple together. So I love green and purple together.
That'll be so pretty.
So, do you want to show them your hat again?
Yes. So here is my March hat. And Allison's going to talk about another knit along in a minute that this will also be eligible for. This is just a roll brim basic hat. I did it just a little bit bigger for probably siblings or something of the kids.
Or some of our
larger headed kids.
We have a few.
It's just a basic quick knit. I will have this done by the time I will probably this afternoon. Scott's going to work, and when Allison goes, I'm going to binge watch something on TV, and I will finish my hat.
Well, good.
So,
what Mom was alluding to, though, we are doing this along with the Caffeinated Knitting, or the Caffeinated Crafting podcast. Sorry, with Caffeinated Gert, Miss Daniela, and We Are Yarn with Miss Mandy. And Sassy Pants Knitter with Silly Fruit. It's called the Green Along. And Daniela wanted to do this because she wanted to do a fun crafting along instead of just a knit along. So you can knit, you can sew, you can crochet, you can weave, whatever you want. It just has to be green. Now, what Mom said for your hat to count for hours, it just needs to be 75% green. For Daniela's, like if you wanted to double dip, it would have to be completely green. So it's just something to consider. I know she said in her last episode, she said, like tonals with like whites and stuff, like that still counts. But she's more thinking like if you had like a 5-color self-striping and one stripe was green, that would not count. That's more, I think, of what she's saying.
I think that's what she's
so like too. Like this could probably count. It's more blue, but this could probably count even though it has like some blues and purples, so something like that. So slightly different, but I mean, she said that the little kid hats would count as an entry for her. So if you were interested in double dipping, you could.
Yes, and for ours, we'll draw
at the
end of the month, and the lucky winner will win a pattern of. You can either message me with the pattern that you want, or I can get one off your list. But it's kind of fun to gift, especially I did the first one, and she said that just to surprise her, she didn't. So I went through her wish list and found something I thought would work for her.
And then our last winner, I sent her a pattern. It's actually really cute. I'll link it below. I don't remember what it was called, but she sent me a pattern that she wanted so she can knit more hats. So
Oh,
it's
fun.
really cute. It looks really fun to knit. So I'll link that below. So for the month of March, just knit a hat, or crochet a hat, or sew a hat. Weave a hat, I guess. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that before. If you want to, go right ahead. I don't know how that works.
I wouldn't know how that would work either.
But I'm sure it's possible. It just has to be green. And I have not put up a finished object thread for this month. I just realized. So I will do that probably before this episode actually goes up. So
Okay.
there will be a finished object thread, and there is a chatter thread if you have questions or you want to show patterns you're doing or anything. So, and that's in our Ravelry group. I'll link it below, but if you go to Ravelry and search Knit the Books, it should pop right up.
And Daniela, if you're going to double dip, she does have a thread for her.
Yes, she does.
Finished object.
And hers, and she'll explain more of what she wants for her knit along, since there's a little bit of differences. So if you wanted to clarify that with her. So yeah, that's all we have to talk about for Hats for Kiddos. Join us tomorrow where we start talking about our books. I'm Allie.
I'm Vicky.
See you
See you
guys later.
tomorrow.